Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, I guess. Um this week I just wanted to more talk about, cuz I just started like my part-time job, and I kind of just wanted to talk a little bit about like what I've noticed so far with like differences or anything like in the work environment or whatever. I honestly really haven't noticed that much, but I think the one thing I did notice is that there is, so for example, when you start a new job at in Canada, you usually have to go through like online training and then training in the actual job and stuff like that. But my job, we didn't have online training, and um it was like just training in person, but it wasn't like it wasn't intense like how it usually is when you're training for a job in Canada. So every time that I've ever like started a new job, I would always have to go through like a week or two of training, and it was like really intense. Not like intense, but like the job and the work and stuff is like very like fast. I had to do everything pretty fast. But here it's like everything is like really slow and just like you take your time with things kind of thing, you know? And that is a big difference for me because I'm so used to working so fast. Because like my last job that I had, I was in, like when I was in Canada, I was working at a restaurant and I had to move fast. Like it was such a fast-paced environment. But then my job now, it's not fast-paced at all. It's like very slow. I take my time, or like I can take my time, but I find it's really hard for me to take my time sometimes. So I'm just kind of like trying to get into a routine. I've had my job for about a week, so it's getting better. Like the first day I was so scared, but every day that I go to work, I'm like starting to find a bit more of a routine, which is nice. But one thing is like I noticed that sometimes when it, like not sometimes, literally every shift that I have, because I work in the evenings. Every shift that I have, and it with it being in the evenings, I feel that my day is not that productive whenever I have to work. I think that today was probably the most productive day because I had to do a bunch of stuff, right? But usually I'm kind of just like, okay, I'll wake up, like drink my coffee, whatever, and then wait to go to work. And like that's not what I was like, that's not a very ideal situation. So I'm definitely wanting to try and work on that a little bit. Like I'm on break right now, so it's like I have a little bit of time to like just rest and whatever. I've been still like um studying Japanese even on the break, because there was like some stuff that I just wanted to like confirm, you know? Just make sure that I actually understand what I'm learning and being able to use it and everything, because I want to be able to speak the language, right? And today I also did I'm starting to prepare for my um graduate school applications. So because I want to go to University of Kyoto, so they recommend that I do a research student program before I go into graduate school. So I'm just preparing documents and everything for that. And yeah, it's kind of hard because I kind of want, like, I want to try and do it both in English and in Japanese so that they can see that I have a Japanese level, right? And like, yeah, like when the longer I live here, the better my Japanese will get, but I still want to be able to showcase that I do have some sort of Japanese ability, right? So I'm not just like zero Japanese, right? Especially in the department that I want to go into, they suggest that you have a pretty good level of Japanese. So yeah, I think it's gonna be like hard to kind of like make sure that I don't know, it's gonna be hard to like showcase that I have a Japanese level. Like because I can write Japanese very well, and like I can read it and it's like whatever. But then when it comes to speaking, it's a little bit like I get so nervous, right? But I'm still still working on it, and I feel like I am getting a lot better than what I was before. So that's good. And then, oh yeah, I also start another job. I have two jobs. Um yeah, so that's gonna be fun. I hope it's gonna be fun. Being on a student visa, I can only work for 28 hours a week. So yeah, but I noticed that another thing I noticed actually with jobs in Japan is that my job, for example, because it is like part-time, they're like, oh, what days can you work in a week, right? I was like, oh, I can work these days, right? And then they like pretty much schedule you for all those days that you can work, and that's your schedule. Like, it's very fixed and set. The whole, like, my schedule comes a month in advance. So it's like your whole schedule for the month is every single week, the same exact days, the same exact time, which is something that I actually quite enjoy because I'm actually able to like plan stuff. You know, like I know that every single week I work on these days and I'm doing this and whatever. I feel like in Canada, when you have a part-time job, it's very flexible, like flexible in a good way, but also a bad way, right? Because you be like, oh, I can work like, let's say Monday to Friday, I can work Monday to Friday, but then they only schedule you for like 1 or 2 days, or like they schedule all 5 days, but it's like all different times, and it's just like, I don't know. I think that's one thing I do enjoy about my job so far. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of getting into more of a routine of actually living here. I feel like since I've been living here, I felt like I've kind of just been like I've lived here. I live here, right? But I feel like I wasn't really like living here because I didn't have like a job or like a routine or anything, right? Because I've kind of just been like having a lot of fun, like how it would be like for a holiday or something, right? But now that I'm starting to get a job and like prepare things and everything, like to go to school and everything, right? I think it's like I'm actually going or actually living here, you know? So yeah, I think it's like there's some stuff that I'm still not used to. Like sometimes it kind of just hits me. I'm like, oh, I actually live here, you know? And I don't think that feeling's gonna go away for a while. Like, give it maybe a year, and then I'll be like, oh wow, okay. But I don't know. I think it's like it's been good. I've just been having a lot of fun and starting to actually like work and stuff. But next week we start back at school, and I am doing like I move. How my school works is I move up to the next level every 3 months, every semester. So I'm moving up to the next level, which is finishing off N3 material and moving up to N2 material. So I'm kind of nervous about that because I feel like the N2 material is going to be really hard, but I hope I will be okay. But yeah, I think it'll be good, hopefully. And because I have the N3 exam in December, so I'm hoping that I will actually be able to pass this exam and then it'll be all good. So then I can take the N2 next July, because I'm kind of hoping that I can maybe be a research student and start at Kyoto University in April or October of next year. I hope it'll be good. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching my video.